running out of toilet paper.
Now, the start of our special evening on BBC One with this year's appeal for children in need.
Radio Shetland calling children in need.
Radio Cambridge calling children.
This is Radio Kent.
This is BBC Radio
BBC Leeds.
Radio Jersey
calling. This is Radio Sheffield.
Radio Dartford.
This is Radio
Hello, this is Radio
Radio Stoke
calling children in need.
Children
BBC Glasgow, York, this is BBC Radio
BBC Bangor.
This is Edinburgh.
Last year, a generous public gave over £1 million to the BBC Children in Need appeal, and this has been distributed to children throughout the country. £109,000 was given to projects in Scotland.
1,000 of that total helped towards a new building for this swimming pool just outside Aberdeen. It's a favourite place for the mentally handicapped children who live at Lynmore School, and their teachers say that swimming is specially beneficial therapy for them. These children in need got a new chute to play on and other toys to help them keep in the swim from last year's appeal. Elsewhere in Scotland, many have had outings and adventure holidays, while preschool playgroups and toy libraries have received new equipment.
In Northern Ireland, £72,000 was distributed.
It arrived in transport ancient and modern, in various guises and from different angles. It went to 170 charities in the province, all concerned with the health and happiness of their children. It was used to develop new technology and invest in the latest equipment for the sick, to break down the barriers of ignorance and prejudice and build brave new friendships, to keep the young and impressionable off the streets through constructive group activities, to give professional care and love to the babies. All worthy and pressing needs now fulfilled.
In Wales, charities and children's groups received £76,000.
And we spent quite a lot of that money helping nearly 1,000 mentally and physically handicapped children to have holidays, which would have been impossible otherwise. We also provided special equipment to help deaf children and those with brittle bones, muscular dystrophy and spina bifida. In rural areas of Wales, we were able to help with transport to enable handicapped children to join playgroups and youth clubs, and we helped to fund 2 play buses. And we brought a little sunshine into the lives of some youngsters in areas where unemployment is particularly high. We'd like to be able to do all this and more this year.
In England, over 1,000 charities received £859,540 to help children in need.
The Herger Playgroup in London was given a grant of £500 to pay for a large inflatable mattress and protective surround. Now this mixed group of children, some mentally handicapped, some with no handicap, enjoy the rough and tumble together. But the Peter Le Marchant Trust offers peace and tranquility. Their specially designed barges mean that handicapped people can enjoy holidays and day trips on the waterways of the Midlands. A grant from Children in Need helped towards giving nearly 1,000 children a much-needed holiday. And children living in a deprived estate on the outskirts of Oxford now have the chance to play with a whole range of new and exciting toys borrowed from the Barton Village Toy Library. A grant has helped the scheme expand and reach more children.
Every single penny donated by the public has been given to help our children. To introduce this year's BBC Children in Need appeal, here's Terry Wogan.
Thank you. Oh, well, here we are again with another marathon evening on BBC One to help our kids in our own backyard, the deprived, the disabled, and the handicapped. So we want you to phone in with your pledges, with your promise to pay. And the lines are open now to receive your calls, and the numbers to phone are on page 93 of the Radio Times, page 185 of CFAX, and on page 6564 of Prestel. I know you won't forget that. And they'll, in case you do, be on and off your screens throughout the evening, so there's no chance of you forgetting anything. We're going to belabor you with numbers. Banks, post offices, some building societies, and credit card companies are standing by to receive your money. There's no escape for you. And to help me stagger through the evening, the worse for drink, and on into the far reaches of the night, I have 2 very lovely chaps. First of all, Joanna Lumley. Vienna game, Joanna Lumley. You made such an impact last year.
Oh.
With the coy whimsy of...
Well, I brought in something to distract us to begin with. This is rather fun, isn't it?
What is it?
Well, he's a teddy bear wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But the important thing about him is that he was given by the post office to a little play group called the Herger Opportunity Play Group.
Cover yourself.
And he's got his postcode written on him, which is HA2 OLS, which makes his name HA2 OLS.
Very pretty name for a little cuddly bear. Well, I carry him because you're a woman and I'm a man and I'm stronger. What will you be doing this evening, Joanna?
Well, Terry, I'll be keeping you up to date with how the pledges are coming in. Now, since we opened up our telephone lines this morning, people have already been phoning in with their pledges. And so as every BBC station in the country joins us, we already have a total so far, which is £75,000.
Splendid. Thank you, Joanna. We had to have somebody numerate, and Joanna's the one. And to keep us in touch with the news and the events up and down the country, Sue Cook. When Joanna was giving out the figures there, I ought to say the wardrobe department collected £70 here in Television Centre. By threats and bullying, of course, but £70 and well done the wardrobe department. You have a little tale, haven't you?
Well, my Auntie Olwen rang me last night, you see. I'm half Welsh, and my Auntie Olwen rang me last night. And she and her friend Kathy have been selling these little crocheted placemats and things like that, and cuddly toys, and they've raised £45. So the Welsh aren't so bad.
Bully for your Auntie Olwen. There's nothing wrong with the Welsh, they've just got short legs.
Sounds my Auntie Olwen.
Well, that's as maybe.
Okay, anyway, I'm going to be bringing you news of how the appeal's doing in radio and television stations throughout the country. We've got outside broadcast cameras dotted around the place, including Coyly service station on the M6. So even if you're on the road, you can't escape. We hope to reach you with tonight's appeal. Here in our television studio, we also have a radio studio so that BBC listeners and viewers can keep in touch with the evening's happenings.
I wish there was somebody in there.
And we've even got television cameras visiting local radio stations. And Anita Harris, who's a bit prettier than you, is reporting for us from Radio Kent. And they, like so many local radio stations, are making tonight a very special night for their listeners.
In my bedroom.
The flying finger of fate, eh?
I thought I'd give these away tonight because we've done all the hand jokes we could do. So you own that one.
Thank you.
And they're worth extra tonight because they've got real stars' sweat inside.
They are tremendous, aren't they, Ken? Are they modelled on your own digits?
They're modelled on something that I own.
Oh, boy. That's fine. Will we all sit down, or are we going to conduct this interview standing up? Oh, it's crowded here, isn't it? Anyway, Cleo, you're looking very trim, if I may say so.
Thank you very much.
And you add a much-needed breath of glamour to the show.
What, you? I can't compete with you.
Well, oh yes, you can. I'm sure in the eyes of many people she can compete with me any time. Would you say so, Joanna?
I think she's looking very tasty tonight.
I think actually, we go very well together. This wasn't planned. Yellow and red.
Actually,
what?
Well, I just wanted to say that this was lent to me tonight by Caroline Charles, who rather sweetly said, "You can borrow something pretty to wear this evening." Because she said that Cleo's coming on.
Oh no!
Tremendously discreet as well, Joanna, which is always a disappointment.